Welcome everyone to another episode with TALKZ. So great to be back again. These are my guests over here. Introduce yourselves, man.
I'm Ethan Friedman.
Aiden Lorenzo.
Thank y'all for coming. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right, so our first topic we're gonna talk about secrecy and just making good deals and always how do I spell this shit just keeping certain things in your pocket.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ethan, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So, I think what Toby's talking about is kind of keeping to yourself, sometimes not everyone needs to know what you're doing or what you got going on. And only certain people deserve to know what you're talking about. So
Real shit,
it's
really.
in terms of trust, you let people know what's going on with you if they if they mess with you and they're there for you, but you don't gotta go around telling everyone your business.
Real shit. That's the one fuck up I made a lot when I was in high school, bro.
For real?
I think I was too open, bro. Well, not too open, but I was a very social person. I still am, but
Yeah.
I was a little bit too social in high school.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but now I'm okay, if I fuck with you, then I'm gonna let you in.
Yeah.
If I ain't cool with you like that,
Yeah.
okay, you gonna stay on that side.
Right.
We still gonna be cool, but
Yeah,
we
yeah.
ain't gonna be cool like that.
Right. Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I would personally say for secrecy to very just be very aware of who you let in your circle and don't trust just anyone. There will be people that really they act like they're your friends when you're winning, you're very big in life, you're having all these achievements, and then
Facts.
when everything fucking just drops, they scatter. But I'm telling you, I've found the real ones, and trust me, stick by them, stick with them.
Yeah.
My best friends have called me at 2, 3, 4 in the morning because they've been in deep shit, and I'm telling you, it was terrible, but I stuck with them, and now we're gonna win together.
Yeah. I mean, I've had some friends that literally call once in a while. They hit me up.
Yeah.
They're not calling for favors. They actually call to hit me up. Sometimes I may not be available, but I appreciate the text. They always give me I have friends that call me around 2 a.m. or
Yeah.
text me at 3 a.m. I mean,
Right.
I have some friends and that for you. The friendship is still new right now, but
Yeah.
I feel we're off to a good start. We're building a good foundation with one another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
But I've had some real ones, bro. I've had fake friends, but I've also had some real friends, a lot of real friends, recently.
Yeah, real friends are hard to come by. So when you have them, just keep them.
Yeah, you
Keep
got
'em.
just keep them. Don't take them from granted.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because they will you just gotta. I wouldn't say you gotta keep them busy, but you really can't don't ever piss them off. Tell them the truth always. Just keep them by your side.
Yeah, because I've been in a lot of circles, those circles where they go out a lot, but they're fake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
100%.
I've been around a lot of those circles.
Yeah.
bro.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I feel in terms of that, friend groups and stuff like that, it's just you just gotta hang with the right people, trust the right people, and
Yeah.
transparency is the best policy, because if you're just honest about your intentions and honest about yo, you hit up your friend and you're I don't like how you did this, or we need to work on this, or
Yeah.
actually discuss issues you have with them instead of
Yeah.
not saying anything and just being quiet.
And if you have a problem with your friend, one of your best friends, then I suggest you don't bring it up your issue in public.
Yeah.
Always do it in private, because in public it fucks everything up.
Yeah, do
And,
it.
Yeah, just do it in public or in private, or text them if you're in a public group, and then
Facts.
just say, yo, we gotta talk later, and then
Yeah.
just it should be really simple from then on.
I mean,
there.
I learned that now. If someone has something to say to me, we doing that privately. We not doing it in front of people.
Yeah, right.
Because I like to handle my own personal shit, behind the scenes,
Yeah.
not in front of the camera.
Definitely. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel when it comes to just bringing someone aside and being yo, I'm gonna be straight up with you, this, we can't keep doing this. We gotta
Yeah.
we gotta work on it. What's going on and that's transparency and honesty is
Yeah,
really the best policy in that term. Like, there's nothing like better than just like being straight up with them and like being like addressing it straightforward.
yeah. Because I used to have like one friend in high school. Like I was not even causing commotion like at all. Like, but he was just like BSing about like little shit like all the time, bro. 1 minute we cool, and the next like he just like trash talking, just like bullshitting for no reason.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awful.
like bro, I hate that, bro. I wish I had cut that motherfucker off like years ago, bro. Why did I have to drag his ass along for 4 years?
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like at Lynn here, like I made some really good connections and some really good friends. I
yeah,
met this kid Anthony in Italy. I did a study abroad over the summer, and I studied AI, and I learned how to create a startup website using AI, and then create an AI website that I would pitch to Italian entrepreneurs in Venice, Italy.
yeah,
And I didn't know like I knew like one person on that trip, and there were like 10 people in my class. So it was really small group, but like me and him were kind of in the same situation, and we kind of we kind of just bonded over the fact that like we were both in different groups, so we weren't working together, but we kind of like we both had like the same like idea of what we wanted to do in our projects and how we wanted to go about it,
yeah,
and then we kind of used those similarities to like kind of connect with each other, and then we became friends like in another country where like
yeah,
there's when you're thousands of miles away from home and you're like with this small group, it's really easy to like make friends. And also like I barely knew anyone on this trip, so it
yeah.
was like it was nice. And I have a really good friendship with Anthony, and he lives off campus, but we still like hang out a lot, talk to each other like during class and stuff, or on break today. And like I feel like I've made a lot of like valuable friendships here. Yeah, I actually just saw him.
You
That
just
was
saw your
him. Yeah,
boy right now?
yeah, yeah, yeah. The one I was just talking about. He just like
Oh, I didn't.
stopped by. Yeah, I
Oh, I
just saw
didn't
him.
see him. All
Yeah, he was there for like 2 seconds. But yeah, it's funny. I was
Yeah,
just talking about him. But yeah, he's a real one though. And it's like I met this friend, Ian.
yeah.
Yeah, I met Ian
Uh,
last year, and
I mean, speaking of Ian, like, where is he now?
he goes to UMass in Boston.
Oh,
That's fire.
oh shit, that's far
Um,
as hell.
yeah, so Ian, Ian is really close with me, and like, he's a really good friend to me. While I was at school last year, and I was kind of like, you know, I really wanted to like have someone that I can relate to in terms of like talking about like rap discussions and like the rap community, and Ian was like
And he was
very
perfect.
very knowledgeable about that
Yeah.
stuff.
Every time I talk with y'all, like, he had a lot to say about music and
Oh
rap.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
So I really connected with him in that sense, and like he's a very like one of my best friends for sure. Between
yeah.
like
Solid
Jackson,
people.
Josh, and Ian. But yeah, we just like go to Chipotle, walk, and just talk about like the rap community for like
Nah,
hours.
your boy
And
solid people, man. Your boy
yeah, so
solid.
I'm really glad that like at Lynn I was able to like find people that like really like I can stick with like after college, because he's not here anymore, and like we still talk like all the time, FaceTime each other, like
Yeah,
update each other, and we also went to a concert together.
that's
We went
good,
to
man.
Rolling Loud together, and that was like
That's good.
we were in class talking about it last year, and then I made it happen.
Yeah,
So like it's crazy how like just like talking to someone can be like a whole canon event. Like you talk to one person and it can lead to like so many like different outcomes. You meet one person and you could have like a great conversation with them, and then like it's just upwards from there.
yeah, man. Like, I've had friendship like that, like here at Lynn. Like, during like the first and my second year, like I was still trying to find my footing, so I really hadn't found friendship like that. But when I started going off campus more and like
Hmm.
exploring more of Florida, I actually like find people I can like connect with, like
Yeah.
people I can bond with. Bro,
Right.
like the realest people I've met, like bro, like here in Florida or in FAU.
Oh, really?
FAU.
That's
Never in
crazy.
my life would I imagine I'll make like close friends in
Yeah.
FAU.
Right.
And I did, bro. I did.
I know what you mean. Some of
Yeah.
my closest friends are in boarding school, bro. I would like never trust a. I would never really trust any kids from FAU. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Like a lot of the kids there, like are total fucking drug addicts, bro.
Yeah.
Like
In
all-
FAU?
yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you're not wrong about that. But like my friends, they're not like that.
no, I'm sure, Tobes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, all I know, like FAU is, bro. I went there a couple times, like last year, and then well, actually no, like freshman year and sophomore year, and I just remember they were like all amped. They were like doing coke, like Molly, and like just a bunch
Yeah,
of
it's crazy.
yeah. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really ever go to FAU anymore for that specific reason. And also, like the Pike guys in the frat, they think they're hot shit. Like, dude, like you're not fucking shit. Like, pisses me off, bro.
I mean, the frat parties are something else in
No,
FAU.
they are, yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you know, it's a public school.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everyone is a little bit is wilding out in a public
Yeah.
school. So, like, you know,
Right.
I guess some people might think like they hot shit enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I had a friend from high school that like I went to high school with. We had a bunch of classes together, and he went to FAU, and like we still like hang out and stuff. And like it's funny because we have like a funny relationship where like it's like I'll call him like out of nowhere, and I'll be like, "Yo, you want to hang out?" And I had like I saw him last week or like this week, and I haven't seen him in like maybe like a year. And I'll be like, "Yo, let's like hang
Goddamn.
out," and then we'll just have like the best time. But he lives like I live up in Gardens, and he lives like all the way in like Pompano, so it's hard like when I'm like not at Lynn, and I also just got a car over the summer. But now that I have a car, like
Should be
I
a lot
picked him
easier.
up and like make stuff a lot easier. So like
Yeah.
I just picked him up, and we hung out for like the whole day.
I mean, I got a car now. I'm thankful for that. I can
Yeah.
like go anywhere I want now.
Yeah,
I don't
same
have to
here.
pay. I don't have to pay Uber or Lyft, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Having a car here is like the most useful fucking thing in the entire world, bro.
But-
It's like I remember freshman year,
Facts.
I spent so much money on Uber.
Facts. I spent so
terrible.
much on Lyft,
Yeah.
and it was horrible.
It
like
was-
I have a car, but I didn't bring it here because that's a 19-hour drive from Texas to here.
Yeah,
What
that's
part of
insane.
Texas you live in?
Dallas.
Dude, I love Dallas. It's I'm actually doing my real estate brokerage is selling a massive property there. Well, it's in Houston, but it's like a massive office building.
Yeah.
So I might have to go there and help
Yeah.
them with it. But yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
Texas is amazing.
Facts. Honestly, the next time I come down here to Florida, like I'm bringing the car with me. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if it's like 20 or 30 hours. Like if you have a car, then use it.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
just-
exactly. It's definitely worth having a car down
Yeah.
here.
100%.
Because if you don't, you're like you're
Yeah.
just stuck on campus, and that's kind of how I was last year.
Facts.
I just like skateboard everywhere on my electric skateboard. But
Yeah.
now,
I had to
like-
borrow bikes, like from the gym, like just like move around in Boca.
definitely, yeah. I would just I just go catch a ride with friends. Sometimes go to Chipotle, but now
Yeah.
I have a car. I got a job interview set up for tonight, so hopefully
Yeah.
that goes well.
Like really driving is like if you obey like just a few things, like traffic, like if you're trying to like change the lane, like turn on your signal lights.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
on the
I mean,
highway,
driving's pretty self-explanatory. And in Florida, like there's some
there's
pretty
some-
bad mix of
there's some
drivers.
there are a
Like,
lot of horrible
Yeah,
drivers.
you
here
got
in
old
driving.
people. You got like all the old New Yorkers. Like
You
it's-
got kids
all the
that don't know
snowbirds.
how to like stay in their lane.
yeah, it's bad, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's better than not having a car for sure.
And plus the roads here are easy to drive. Like I told my mom this, like the roads are hella easy to drive
yeah.
here. And she said like, no, don't always believe things are so easy. I'm like, it is really fucking easy to drive
Yeah,
here.
if you know your way around town, which
yeah.
is really like Boca is really like not that hard to navigate.
Yeah, literally the highway, like when I'm driving the highway, just drive at 68. That's it. You don't even gotta drive at 70 or 80. Just
Yeah.
68.
Right.
Like it's that easy to fucking drive. Like
Yeah.
it's not rocket
It's-
science.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because my parents be acting like it's rocket science to drive. But it's
No,
really
it's not rocket science.
Really?
It's not.
Really?
Parents freak out whenever like it's your
Fact.
first time driving, bro. I remember when I
Yes.
was 16 on the road, I was just going the speed limit. My mom's freaking out,
Yeah,
bro.
same thing.
And
I'm
my
going
dad
45
is-
on the
yeah,
main road.
dude, my dad has like a panic attack, a heart attack every damn time I drive.
Facts.
Yeah.
That
It's-
same thing with my
yeah.
parents. Like I was going the speed limit 45, and they were still freaking out. Like slow down, slow down.
Yeah. Or if you're going like 1 mile per over the speed limit, I don't know. That's just me. My parents
Yeah.
will flip the fuck out. But then you catch my dude. You know what Life 360 is?
Yeah.
Okay. So my parents caught my brother going 101 on Life 360 with his brand new BMW. He got that shit taken away for 2 weeks, and yeah, it's really sad. It's bad.
W parents.
Yeah,
W
that's fair.
parents should not be going 100. They're for almost no reason you should be going 100.
I mean, it was him and his friend.
I mean,
Jack.
if you have an
like-
open road on the highway, you can go like 120 if you want to.
Yeah, I mean
Just for the
that's
fun
like
of it.
low key a felony though.
No, yeah, it is. They
Yeah.
passed
Yeah.
a new law. Anything over 100. Is,
Yeah, it's low key a felony.
That's low key
Yeah.
a felony.
Yeah,
So,
just for
Liam,
fun though. Just for
Liam,
fun.
don't be a
If the
bad boy
highway
anymore.
is just wide open, just
Yeah,
go for
yeah,
it.
why not?
Go for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm not saying like you should go for it, but
No, but bro, if it's like in the middle of the night and there's
Yeah.
no cars,
and
like,
yeah,
come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, if also like you have a sports car, like BMW is now considered a
Yeah, you
sports
gotta-
brand.
you
So,
gotta
bro,
take
just
advantage of
floor
it.
that shit.
yeah, just floor it like easy.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
there's no one in front
Yeah.
of you, there's
Or-
no one behind you.
Or
Just
if you have
just
like,
go for it.
yeah, if you have
Yeah.
like a sports car, what's the point in having a sports car in
If you're
Florida?
not gonna go for it.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Like, if I had a Lambo, bro, or a McLaren, bro, are you kidding me? I want to floor that in the middle of the night. Of
Yeah.
course I do.
Definitely.
Bro, if I have a sports car, like
What's
a
your dream?
Mercedes,
What's your like dream sports car?
like literally
model.
having like a Mercedes.
What
Okay.
model?
Yeah, what model?
Yeah.
Like probably like this year's model or like last year's.
Like what car though?
Bro, I'm not really a car person
Okay,
like
okay.
that.
Damn, I put you on the spot for
Yeah.
real.
No, you good, you good. Like I'm not really a car person. Like when I
Okay.
got like my first car, like this one, I didn't even know what the fuck, like what car model to get.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like from Mercedes. I like the SLS AMG,
yeah,
which is like a really long, like it has a really long front. But the AMG series is a mass crazy engine. Like has a I think it's a V8 twin turbo.
yeah.
It's really fast. But
Facts.
yeah, I like the look. Like it's really unique looking car because the front of the car is like super extended.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
driving-
I just got an Audi as my first car.
Oh, nice.
Over the summer, and I never had a car to drive, so I'm
Yeah.
like
Driving a
appreciating.
fucking car is really
Yeah,
fucking fun.
Yeah, it's fun, and
Especially if
I
you
just
have an
enjoy
open
the
highway.
freedom. Definitely. I just enjoy
Yeah.
like the freedom
Yeah.
of being able to like go wherever I want, and I didn't even care what car I got. Honestly, I just wanted somewhere to I just wanted to be able to drive like anywhere off campus.
Right, dude, that's like the best
Yeah,
part
same-
about
same
having
here.
a car. You can just like I can go to the store, bro, at like 9 p.m. and I don't have to worry about like Uber's charging extra.
Yeah,
for
Yeah,
that.
facts.
It's-
Like
yeah.
literally, I can just go
Yeah.
get like the shit I
it's
want by
so
myself.
nice.
Literally, I'm going back to Dallas either like next month or in October.
Yeah.
Like the one thing I'm excited to do is just drive
Right.
my car again.
And
bro.
it's also a lot cheaper to
oh
travel.
my
with.
god.
Like when I go back home, instead of paying for a flight that's like 150, it costs me like $60 to fill up the tank.
Yeah.
So I
I-
mean, it's cheaper overall. But
Next time, like next time I come back in Florida next year, I'm bringing my car with me, bro. I'm
Yeah.
making that drive. I don't fucking care. If it's
Definitely,
like 19 or 30 hours. I'm making
Right.
that fucking drive, bro.
definitely.
Like, there's no way I'm just gonna like just buy a car and not use it.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he got me hooked up with gas
I
last
did,
night.
I
So he
did.
got that Dailies membership.
Yeah.
yep. And Dad, I got you those rewards points.
Yeah,
by the way.
I got you those points actually. But he saved me like $20 on gas yesterday because
Bro,
since
that's how much gas is like in my
I
side,
almost
just 20
paid-
bucks.
I almost paid like 60 for gas. Usually I pay like 65 for a full tank
Yep.
because I have to get premium for
But-
my car.
But then we went to
Yeah.
Dailies, put in a little rewards code. Bam.
Bam, $40, bro. He
Yes,
saved
sir.
me.
40 bucks on gas. You hear that?
That's a steal.
That's a steal right there.
That's a steal for a full tank.
Yeah.
On premium too. On premium gas because I have to for my car because I have a sports car. You gotta it's just like fueling your body. You gotta if you want to be healthy, you gotta feed your body with good stuff.
You got to
Same
feed the
way.
right stuff though.
Exactly the right stuff. And same with
100%.
my car. Like I can't give my car like crappy gas and then it's not gonna be able to perform. I have,
Oh,
a,
of course.
I have a 2.0 turbo and it's like it's not gonna be good if I don't give it like
Yeah.
supreme gas, like the highest quality of gas.
Yeah. But bro, I love having my car, bro. Like I just love driving that thing, bro. Like especially,
Yeah.
bro. I've never like driven 90 on the highway. Like
90. Yeah, I mean, I will tell you, it's pretty
it's pretty fast.
It's eventful. Yeah, it's
but it's fun though. It's fun.
The thing with driving on the highway in Florida is like you don't realize like
how easy
you're
it is
going
to drive here.
but also like you don't realize how like fast you're going. Like you can go 80
and you feel like you're
it
going 60.
feel like you're going like 60 or 50 and you're you're like moving with the flow of traffic, and there are people passing you, and you're going like 80.
But something is interesting is if you're in a smaller car, you probably have seen this too. You're
Yeah.
in a smaller car, like a car that's more down low to the ground, and you're still going like 90. It feels like you're actually going a lot slower than you are. But when you're in a big truck and you're going like 70 or 60, it feels like you're going 100.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know if
Yeah.
that's just me, but
yeah.
like,
No, like
Oh no,
Jackson's
yeah, I have
Jackson's
an
Jeep.
SUV. I
He
have an
was
SUV.
he was
Yeah, I
pushing it
feel
on the
you.
highway. He went into hyperspace on the highway, and it felt like his car was like rattling and shit. I was like, yo, I
Bro,
don't know if, and we were only going like maybe like 85, 90, and it felt like we were going like 120. Like
bro,
I was like, his car was like shaking and shit,
facts.
like making noise. I was like, yo, Jackson, like I don't know how long we can like keep this up for.
Bro, every time I go like 45 or 50, like on the main road, I feel like I'm going fast. Though.
yeah,
Faster than I am going for real.
Yeah,
right.
definitely. I
Yeah.
think in terms of like topics, I think we should rotate over to networking and marketing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, those are very interesting topics. Bro.
I introduced Aiden yesterday to my uncle Steven, who has a nice place on the beach
yeah,
in
very nice
Boca,
place.
and he's very successful. He owns a few schools across the country, like 50 to 100 schools all across the country, and it's for basically individuals that don't have time to go to school, and it's like an alternative where they can go to school online and then have locations that they can go to if they don't have time to go to school. They can go there and get the education they need while like still doing, if they're a professional
Yeah.
athlete, or like if their dad's like Tiger Woods or something. Like he has some very high profile people in this school, and it's a very profitable business. And he just started doing this like a few years ago, so it's only like 4 or 5 years old. It's a little like small right now, but it's still in the process of growing. But I was talking to Aiden about connections the other day. He's my new roommate, and I gotta get him right. So I showed him some AI knowledge that I have. As I mentioned earlier, like I went to Italy and studied a bunch of AI, and I learned a lot. And with that knowledge, I'm creating new businesses, working with my best friend
Yep.
Jackson on some like 3 AI apps. I'm not gonna like fully go into detail because they're not finished yet, but
Mm.
got a
Well,
lot of stuff on the way.
something about AI is for the viewers and you guys. I mean, I'm sure Ethan knows, Toby, you probably do too. But AI is going to take over everything. Like my dad was telling me this probably about like a month ago that there's not going to be a need for any stockbrokers or any like analysts for like investments, like
Yeah.
even for like the top people's, like the top net worth individuals. I'm telling you, you're going to be able to just plug in a chart to like ChatGPT version 6 or 8, whatever,
10.
and yeah, 10 even. But I mean, we're probably going to be gone by that point. But there's going to be so much like money that is created in the next couple of years, and specifically from AI, specifically from the market, everything in general. So like if you don't have a job or you're not financially free in like the next 5-10 years, or you don't know anything about AI, in my opinion, I think you're kind of screwed. So
Yeah.
just like understand how AI works
And
like,
adapt to
yeah,
it.
Exactly.
Already people are starting to like adapt to like AI to help them in education. So
Yeah.
Oh,
why not use
definitely.
it in
Right.
why not use it in the workforce?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, in this modern generation right now, I'm a cybersecurity major, and I'm learning a lot in my cybersecurity class with George Antonio, and he lets us use AI for any prompting or anything that we need to help us, because he believes that AI is the future, and it really is the future in the workforce and also just in the world in general. And I totally agree with him, because some teachers try to suppress AI and say, oh, using AI is bad and you should be thinking, but it's not about letting the AI do the thinking for you. It's letting the AI help you think to create better ideas, to create a better outcome. And prompting is very important in AI work. I've learned a lot about prompting when I was in Venice, and they taught us different models of ChatGPT and what you can do and what you can achieve by properly prompting. And I created like several different agents on ChatGPT and different GBTs that I could customly use to help create my business. Shout out to Shovel AI. So it's in the works. It's a Shovel AI is something I created while I was in Italy. Um, it was a Lynn study abroad in Venice, and my group created a AI called Shovel AI, and it's basically an AI that organizes your files for you and basically summarizes all your files and automatically organizes them. It'd be a downloaded software that you download on your computer, and then what makes it better than just your file finder is it automatically uses AI to basically configure all your files and automatically organize them for you, so you don't have to do it like by yourself and automatically. So it's just making things a lot more convenient, and we're targeting it towards students and teachers because a lot of teachers use a lot of documents and files, and to have them all in one place perfectly organized without having to like do it manually is just making things a lot easier and just better in that sense. So yeah, AI is really evolving and we need to adapt to it. And whether you like it or not, like a lot of people who are a little older, teachers, even like some students, like they don't want to like adapt to the new technology. They want to stay using paper, but technology and AI is really the future. And if we don't like adapt and learn how to do it and learn how to utilize it, it's gonna catch up to us, and like we're
Yeah,
gonna be left behind.
It's
And
true.
it's like even if you're like
facts.
older and you don't want to accept that like the world is evolving and like technological evolution is happening in this current like state of like our entire industry, like every industry, then you're just going to be kind of like left behind and like clueless.
Well, Ethan, it's
Facts.
interesting that you mentioned that because I know for a fact, I think it's crazy, first of all, that teachers allow us to use AI, and I would not like,
Of
if
course,
you
they
think
use it
about it, yeah,
themselves.
but if you think about it, there are like students at Harvard, MIT, and like, I don't know if their teachers think that they're using AI or not, but I'm definitely not going to trust like a brain surgeon that has just used AI through their entire schooling in
Of,
medical school.
of
I
course
would
not.
much rather trust like AI. And the reason I say that, a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy for that, but I personally think that AI and like robots that are created with AI, they are going to calculate certain like they're going to have
Scenarios.
scenarios like what has a higher percentage of working,
Hmm.
and like I mean they're gonna have so many sensors in like certain in ORs. They're gonna have so many sensors everywhere in all on all parts of the body.
So you're not gonna
To
trust a skilled surgeon.
no, I'd much rather trust AI. And the reason is because I don't trust a person that, could have gotten high the night before or
Wh-
could have like just gotten, blacked out. You know what I mean?
But what if they're very skilled and like very disciplined in their work craft?
Well, I mean, it really just depends. I just don't know if I trust someone that like went through the past 5 years of school just looking up stuff on ChatGPT and trying to learn. I mean, don't
Okay,
get me
that
wrong.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
you know what I mean? Like, I mean, we have take home tests and stuff. I don't know if like the top universities do, but we have take home tests that let you plug in like screenshots because I actually try to learn the info.
Yeah, same
But
here.
I mean, I mean, that's why there's like no kids at this school that are failing. No one is failing really because if you actually fail, like
It's shocking
it's very shocking.
because of how easy and straightforward the topics
It's
are.
yeah,
Yeah, and
exactly.
also I mean, Lynn's pretty straightforward and
Yeah, it's
not
very
too not
straightforward.
too difficult, and the classes are very
Very
not
si-
so challenging
they're very
unless you
Yeah.
have a
simple.
very difficult
And
teacher.
what's interesting about that is I have learned more about business and self development from actually like living in the world than school. And
Facts.
I know that's really bad to say. School has taught me a lot of stuff, but school has not taught me that like for instance, trading or like investing in crypto. My parents hate crypto. Everyone I talk to doesn't like crypto except a couple people. But anyways, I love crypto. But there is so many emotions and like in crypto, like whatever moves the market is purely based on emotions. And I've learned so much more on just like, things happening to me. Like me and my friend Raul, we have blown like over 10 accounts, over 10 funded accounts. I'm not going to go into funded accounts. But, anyways, I saw Raul lose like more money than people make in a year. He made $80,000 in 45 minutes. And then the next like 2 days, he lost it all because he was being too emotional. It
So he
was,
thought with his emotions than
yeah,
logic.
yeah, of course. He screwed up on one buy or sell order. and then he was like, he got notified that his account got liquidated for a second, and then he was like, "Oh no!" And then he was texting me. He was so nervous, but I mean, he would have been like financially free if he took that money out and just didn't trade with it. Because I mean, he could have just gone directly into real estate. You know how it is. I mean, but I've learned more not being in school about business than actually learning about business in school.
Yeah, same here. I've learned
Yeah.
more about like media and like the ways
Exactly.
around it outside of school than I have inside school.
Exactly.
Like although credit to like my journalism and media teachers for teaching me like the fundamentals and
Right.
simple like
Yeah.
tactics about like journalism and media, but I had to like go out there in the real world and actually like see it for myself.
Right.
Like there was a studios where I was an intern at for
Yeah.
like a good 2 or 3 months. Like
Yeah.
it's called the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Okay.
It's just here in Boca Raton.
Got
Like
it.
Jackson already like
Went
said
there?
he went there.
Yeah. Of course
But
it did.
I will say this: that the bosses have a very unique, like jobs and tasks for like
Right.
interns.
Yeah.
Like my job was literally to like change the battery of the camera,
Right. Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is
yeah. I know what
how,
you mean.
how am I learning anything from that? Like, shouldn't you be like showing me how the equipment works, showing
Right.
me what to do, like
But you gotta
writing
learn the basics
articles and
first.
changing a battery from a
Yeah.
camera?
No,
Really?
I mean,
know, I guess.
I've had classes here where I've learned a lot. Like my photography class, I took photography like my freshman year, and I didn't like know anything about cameras. I just took photos on my phone,
Yeah.
and like I learned a lot. Like I took photography 1 and photography 2 and soon photography 3. So like now I'm minoring in photography, and it's like I can turn that into an actual career. And it's literally just like an elective that I decided to take for fun. And I also did digital design, and I learned from that as well. Um, but like photography, I'm more passionate about for sure, and I can make a whole career out of it. And I learned how to utilize photography,
Mhm.
and it became more than just a hobby, and like it turned into a passion. Something that I can consistently do to produce money, which is great. And I feel like in terms of like classes at school, like it really depends how much you involve yourself and how much the course content gives you like room to learn. Because if it's just giving you like assignments on assignments and you're not doing hands-on work, because in today's like modern society, the only way you're actually going to learn is doing stuff hands-on. Like just handing you assignments and like
Doesn't do shit.
papers
It
is not
doesn't do
gonna
shit.
not gonna
Not-
teach you anything.
You need to
Yeah.
do like actual work,
Yeah,
like,
hands-on
real
experience
hands-on work, like
is the
actually
only
move
thing.
on your feet.
Speaking on that, I mean, I think Ethan knows this. I don't know about you, Toby, but I have a wholesaling real estate company, and I will tell you that like I just started to get results like a couple months ago, and like school did not teach me any of that. School did not teach me how to cold call. School did not teach me how to write up letter of intent. That's like not important. But school did not teach me how to do like anything related to that. I had to fail for months and months and months. And it's just, school just it doesn't teach you any of that.
Doesn't teach you about like how to like adapt in the
Right,
real world.
exactly. And it doesn't teach you like how to like what do you say to a seller or an agent that wants a full commission, and what do you say when they're like cursing at you, screaming at you on the phone saying you don't know how to do this?
Facts.
But then like, you do know what you're doing. It's just like the sellers want to be greedy assholes and they just want as much money as possible.
I mean, I used to work and like help out my mom with clients, so
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
Right.
about. Like, yeah, I've experienced that before.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom told me the key to that is just like just keep your composure and just like do whatever they ask you to do.
Right. Yeah, you have to be you have to be you can't screw up any relationships. If you screw up a relationship in real or
That can
in
cost your
business in general,
business.
exactly. Yeah, you have no idea how many times like me or my dad has had a very difficult person or patient that they've worked with, and they just had to just say yep, yes, yes sir, yes ma'am, because they just I mean obviously you want money, so like you just shut up.
Yeah.
So
I feel like in sales, like if you're good at sales, like you can sell anything. Like
Right.
if you can sell a house and make a real estate deal, like you can literally sell anything. Because in sales, it's all about
sales is
Convince-
life.
it's about like
Yeah.
convincing the customer and like just customer satisfaction and being able to go like one on one with someone and like talk to them and communicate with them. So if you can like do that, you can literally reciprocate it in any
Yeah.
industry. So
Yeah.
like over the summer, I worked at Fit to Run, which is like a running store in the mall.
Hmm.
And as a former D2 athlete, I'm now retired.
Oh, you don't do track no more?
I've moved on to better things.
Yeah, I
I
feel
decided
that.
to pursue photography, cybersecurity, and I also want to get into like the rap media industry.
Yeah.
I've been working on that for a
Ethan
long
makes
time.
very good music. I will
Yeah.
say that.
And plus, like, I know track and field is grueling as hell. Like, you don't want to do that for
Well,
4 years.
it was just like a lot of my mental, and it takes a lot physically and mentally. I mean, we
To
run
do, like,
six
certain
days a week.
events.
Yeah, 6 days a week of running 60 miles a week, and we get 7 days a
Uh,
year of break. So like 1 week a year of no running is like the most break we get
I
from.
feel you, brother.
So
Like,
it was a lot, and
I
I feel
did
like
track in high school. I feel
yeah,
you.
yeah, and like high school is one thing, but being a college athlete, like
Yeah, I feel
it's your
bad for like the
entire life.
D1, like the people in D1 schools.
Yeah,
Like, what's that guy Paul? Used
yeah,
to,
Paul Mosley.
yeah,
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 like
Paul.
FSU. That is
yeah,
crazy.
but he's
FSU.
Yeah.
yeah. So Paul Mosley was one of the greatest athletes on my team, besides Luke Sweatman, who was my team captain last year for cross country.
Oh, okay.
And Paul Mosley did some incredible. He went all the way to nationals, which is
That's
insane.
that's
And he's a
wild.
very skilled and talented runner. And he's going to FSU now, and he's doing like his, I think, fifth year at FSU. So he graduated here as a senior, and then he's doing his fifth year at FSU,
He's
and he's
doing his
running there.
masters.
Yeah, master's. So he still has his eligibility for the NCAA. So he's going like D1 for track there, which is really impressive.
He's gonna do very well there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna do very well,
yeah, he's
and
gonna do
it's
very
impressive.
well.
But yeah, that life, like
Yeah,
I've been running I've been running track since I was in middle school. So like
yeah,
track and field, like all my middle school years and all my high school years into my college years.
yeah. I heard a lot
And
of shit like he did, like Paul did. Like I was like,
yeah,
there's no way he
yeah,
did
Paul
all
was
of this.
he was breaking records and stuff. So
Jesus Christ.
shout out to him. But yeah, I wanted to like take a break from that and kind of like figure out what I want to do in the future and focus on like me and like my future after college. I've always wanted like to pursue like rap media and stuff. I do some producing for fun. I do a lot of like rap media. I cover a lot of like rap news on several like different pages. I've like a group chat with like 50 Playboy Cardi fan pages, and I'm very like tapped in. I've like at least like 2,000 followers on my main page, and then on my rap page I have like 1,800. Um,
All
Shout
right,
out
boy.
to everyone in Cardi Theories in the group chat. We've been going strong for like 2 years. We've had this group chat, and it's all like different pages, and we all like communicate each other about like media or like what's going on currently.
And that's
And
tough.
we
That's
started
really
it with
tough.
just like four people. I had a bunch of people talking to me about like news about like if he's dropping, or news about like what's going on in the community, and then I just decided to like put together a small group chat with like four people like 2 years ago. And it was like this guy Noah, Kutta, and then Born, and this guy Files. And basically like us four were like the first four people in the group chat, and then right now we're almost at like 60 people, and they're all like fan
That's
pages.
insane.
And actually three people in my group chat got reposted by Cardi himself.
Wow.
like like
Wow.
their post got to Cardi, and he reposted it on his
That's
story,
that's
which is
insane.
insane. And we also have Bars, which is like a huge rap page, which has 1 million on Instagram, and they're also in here in my chat. And it's crazy because we have all these big creators and stuff, and we just started from like four people, and now I'm like very connected into the community, and I want to go something like
That's tough. That's
I kind
actually
of want to
tough,
like
bro.
take that to the next level and kind of like
Yeah.
do something where I'm like doing more than just a fan page, like
Yeah.
really getting connected into the community. Like 42 CEOs, this content creator who does like underground and rap coverage basically, and he'll just like, he's like an internet personality. I would say, he's a
That's
character,
tough.
and he's very like, he's very well known. He's met Cardi himself, and he's also my group chat, of course. And he's like someone who's blown up like insanely. He's manifested his success, and I feel like I can do the same. And I want to kind of like branch off to like my own thing and like do my own like rap media and rap coverage. and with all these connections I built over time, I helped other people grow with my group chat, and like it's crazy because we all kind of like
Hmm.
help each other out in a way.
Yeah. I mean, from what you've been saying, like today, bro, I feel like you're on the right track. Like
Definitely.
you might get there sooner than later,
Yeah, you
bro.
definitely will.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
mean, I've been like, I very involved with music. I mean, I've been to Rolling Loud like 4 times. I've seen Travis like 5 times. I have like other pages like Opium Underground that follows me, and
Hmm.
I have bars in my group chat. Like, I really do enjoy networking. Networking is a skill that will get you so far in life
Yeah.
if you just know how to network properly.
If you know how to do it at a young age, it should be easy for you. Like
Yeah.
even now, like before I didn't really know how to like go about networking, but now I know how to do it perfectly because like this week alone, I've spoken to like close to 20 to 30 people like this week about like the podcast and like
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I
what
saw you like
what
talking to a bunch of people last time at
yeah,
lunch.
and what the vibes are like on here, like, and they said like they down for it, like they want to be
I
here.
mean, Toby, this podcast is amazing so far. So like, I'm
Facts.
sure people like tell them, you should join Toby's podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like if this podcast is so great. This is my third time on here, so
Yeah.
I'm honored to be here, and
That's I
I'd come back
appreciate
and
that.
run it back again. It's always a pleasure being on here. I feel like everything we discuss like definitely has meaning. Like all the topics we've been through already. Talk about real estate to marketing to
Facts.
sales. Like
sales
sales,
is life.
sales is literally
Sales
life.
is
Yeah,
Like
life.
100%. It's just about relationships, and I mean that's about it. Relationships make money at the end of the
exactly.
day. And what
So
is like? I mean, people are gonna probably disagree with me about this, but like, what's y'all's opinion on, does money buy happiness or does money
I
bring
think
happiness?
so. I think it.
Yes.
I
I
think
feel
it.
like
I
it
think
can
you
buy
can.
temporary happiness like money, temporary happiness, like
I mean, if I have a Pagani Zonda R, which is like an $8 million car, which is my dream car, and I'll have it someday.
Yeah.
I'll own
Yeah.
my
For all
cybersecurity business. But
for
if I have one, I think I'd be pretty happy.
right.
Yeah.
For all the viewers, listen. Money does bring happiness. For anybody that says it doesn't, I don't know what is going through their mind.
I mean,
So
they talking about like emotional happiness. They're
right,
not talking about
right,
like happiness, like life wise and
right.
living wise.
But yeah, I know. But I've spoken to poor people and I've spoken to very wealthy people, and all the poor people have said if I just had this money, it would be so much better. And all these rich people said like they're happy, and I said why, and they say because I can do things for my family, and
Exactly.
yeah, and like people always like I've seen other podcasts and other TikTok, like the TikTok reels and stuff,
Yeah.
and people always like bring up, hey, does money bring happiness? And they're like, well, it can, but at the same time, like like I just like hanging out with my dogs, and I don't really care about working that much. I want a life what's it called, a work life balance. And they say, well, if you had all this money, couldn't you just hang out with your dog and your, children more? And then they like,
Well,
like
the answer
really,
is yes.
yeah,
Oh,
of
the answer
course.
is fucking yes.
Money
So
Yeah.
brings happiness
so I
in
think
life.
I
It
think
just
that
depends
like
on how you use it.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
true.
I think like friends, like it's a combination of both. Like friends can also like bring happiness. Like if you just have three really close friends that
Mhm.
are like always there for you, because you don't need like 100 friends.
No,
Oh
Like
hell
yeah.
as
no.
long as you have like
Though,
three people that are like
Three
real
people, you can do anything you put your
anything,
mind to.
and you
or
can
even
you
like
can
four
trust
or
them.
five
Yeah,
Yeah, even,
exactly. Like just a few like
but
really
they need
real
to be
friends
true. It can't
that
be
are true.
like
bullshit friends.
acquaintances.
Yeah,
Nah, nah.
exactly. Like they have your back at like all times. Like
You can
that's
take
all
over
you
anything.
need.
Yeah.
And as long as you have that and you have money, you'll definitely be
I know.
happy.
Look at Donald Trump. Not to get political or anything, but like, look at Donald Trump. I mean, you've probably seen the movie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
His movie.
yeah.
So he had just himself and like two other people, and his dad barely believed in him. Look at him now. One of the richest people in the world. One of the most powerful people in the world. That's for damn sure.
Yes.
Definitely.
For sure.
So that's my opinion on it. But if you don't, I mean, what are your friends for if it's not for leveling up and making money together?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what like
exactly.
friend.
Like-
That's what friends like, not getting fucking drunk, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Definitely not.
he's fun because he gets drunk with me.
I mean, those
Yeah.
are fun friends. Those are like temporary friends.
Right, no,
now.
exactly.
Definitely.
But,
And
like,
that's always something
yeah.
you can do with your friends. Like if
Yeah,
if that's
and I
what
have
you
a
want
lot
to
of
do.
those, bro. Like the
And
fun friends.
yeah, and I think like even after I'm like a retired Division II athlete, like I still I still don't drink, and I'm still true to myself. Like I still don't like drink or smoke, and I stay with that. I've never
Yeah.
been out once, And it's like, my like concept of fun is like going to concerts, like going out to like going out to like dinner with friends, or like
Yeah.
just hanging out, kind of like doing stuff. And honestly, that's better than just like spending a bunch of money in one night and
Yeah.
going out to
Yeah.
clubs and getting drunk and then forgetting about it the next night.
Right.
On,
Like, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, Joya, I love you. My sister and her friends, you guys are amazing people. But like, I just don't get it how you guys can go to the club at FSU. I mean, don't get me wrong, FSU is one of the biggest party schools in
Yeah,
America.
definitely.
Oh,
But like,
yeah.
they literally, I don't know if this is just a girl thing, but they will say, like, they will get drunk and black out and hook up with a random guy, and then they'll like be mad. They're like, "Oh, why did I do that? Like, do you want to do that, or like, are you just saying shit to make yourself feel better with your friends?" Like, that's just my opinion, but like,
Yeah.
that's just not fun to me. What's fun to me, what's fun to Ethan, what's fun to Toby, making connections, making money, like
You know, and just
leveling
like
up.
doing what you
Yeah,
love. Like,
exactly, bro.
exactly.
Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love to go out, but clubbing, like, there's a limit to like how much you can go to
right,
clubs.
and
Definitely.
only my rule is when I hit massive goals, only go to the club and get a table. That's the only fun thing to do if you're like going
Get
out
a
to a
table
massive.
and just drink.
Yeah,
That's
exact,
it.
bro. With your boys, but after hitting like massive goals in life, like
Right.
when I passed my real estate exam at 19, like I mean, I went to a nice dinner, but like I went to Miami, and it was it was fun, but like I just didn't go like every night. I went like a couple times, and
Yeah.
that's what
Definitely.
I'm saying. So
Definitely.
hit certain goals, bam. Well,
Yeah. Because like clubbing, I don't know how people enjoy it
no,
because
yeah,
I've been to
every
club.
weekend too, bro.
Yeah, I've been to clubs, bro. Like, what's so special about a club? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
I
Like,
mean,
wouldn't you rather go on a trip with like your best friends
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like over the summer I
I'd
went to New
go to a
York.
trip to Vegas and the
Yeah.
casino, then go
that's
to a
fun.
club.
Yeah, I went to New York for like a whole week with like some of my best friends, like Jackson and Finn, and like I've known them since like elementary school. And we
Mm.
literally went to New York and just like explored the city, like like went out to nice dinners like every night, like went to a concert, like saw family, and that
Now
was
that's fun.
that was a more valuable like trip than just like
Going to a
spending
club.
500 on a table and getting drunk one night and then
Yeah.
like forgetting about it the
Yeah.
next
That's
day.
actually fun. Like, I
And
don't
like
know how people spend
that
that
was
much
like a
money on a
memorable
table.
trip. Like I'm gonna remember that trip forever. Like, and I've never been on a trip with my best friend like Jackson ever. Like we've never gone on any trips, and I was like, "Yo, we need to make this happen." Like, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like some people, like you make plans with, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like it'll happen." Like, and then it never happens. But
Right.
like I'm the
Yeah.
type of person like I make shit happen. Like if I say I'm gonna do something,
You do
I go and I
You're
fucking do
gonna
it.
follow through it.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, "Yo, we're gonna make this trip happen. We're gonna make it work." And it was expensive. Like we had to save up a lot of money. Like hotel in New York for like a week. We dropped like 120 on concert tickets. We went out to dinner like every night and the flight back. Like it was a lot, but like I'd rather save up that money for to go on a trip than like just like blow it in like 2 weeks just going out and like going clubbing or like spending it on drinks. Cause like if you think about it, like that trip's a one time thing and you're gonna have the memory of that trip
Yeah.
forever. But like,
Facts.
going out clubbing, that's like a one night
Yeah.
thing and you're gonna forget about it the next time.
Exactly.
Be like, oh yeah, like I saw this girl at the club and
Even
we
even
saw
when I
each
was
other.
going to the bar, like
Yeah.
that's a forgettable
And that's
experience.
it. That's it. So
Listen, clubs are never going away, or at least in our lifetimes, they're not going to ever go away. As long as the school system stays in place and stays where it is, it's like they're never going to go away. So, like, to my advice, it would just be focus on yourself, just grind, find one skill set, go right into it. Like Toby with this podcast, like he's going to keep on going. He's going to most likely be successful. With Ethan, with marketing, with cybersecurity, he's going to just keep on going. With me, real estate, I'm working on some deals right now that could change my life. Like literally, change. I might never have to work again because I would, take those profits, invest in other real estate, never have to work. So we're all going to be doing that. And then, it's just we're never going to have to work in like the next 10, 15 years.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
facts. That's facts.
Like, my I would say money, like back to what we were talking about earlier, like
Doesn't
money definitely does buy happiness. And like I dropped like 800 on concert tickets today.
Yeah.
Like I spent $800 on concert tickets for
That's
Cardi.
that's a lot of money. So
Yeah,
you felt
so
good watching that concert.
but no, I got like VIP floor seats, and I bought one for Jackson because I had like access to the pre-sale code and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cardi Theories and Opium for getting that pre-sale code. So 10 o'clock hit this morning, and I was like, bam, like they announced the tour yesterday, and like, that like I'd rather go to a concert and have like such a memorable experience. And like when I go to concerts, it's not just about the music, it's also about like networking. Like I'm like talking to different people, meeting different news outlets, getting my name out there. And it's like a combination of like enjoying the music and enjoying the vibes and like
Mhm.
doing that.
Yeah.
And like that to me, like concerts are like better than like any other experience I've ever like experienced. Like that, like going to concerts and like listening to music like live and seeing the artist is like literally like I would spend all my money on that actually. And
Yeah,
like,
I feel
it
you.
was like 400 each. So I, bought my friend Jackson a ticket too. And it's like,
Mhm.
I'd rather do that than like anything else. Like that would bring me the most happiness, honestly.
Mhm.
And like concerts really like I feel like music and concerts like it's just like the best way to experience like music live. Like there's no better way to experience music than a concert.
Mhm.
Have you been to any concerts yourself?
I've never been to a concert a single
Really?
They're
day in
fun.
my
They are
life.
fun,
They're
but
I
very
they're
need to
fun.
very
I need to
loud.
start going to concerts like right now, like while
Yeah.
I'm still young.
Definitely. Yeah,
It's
Rolling
just
Loud's a really good like
yeah.
rap concert if you want to go to that
It's
cuz
just that like I'm always tight with money. That's why I can't always go to these type of
definitely,
concerts.
Gotcha.
definitely. Yeah, like I saved up like I worked all summer at Fit to Run and I got really good in sales. My dad, he's a realtor
Mhm.
for Coulter Homes. He's a vice president of sales and an architect, and he does like a lot of real estate in Palm Beach for Coulter Homes, and he's really good at sales. And then I started doing sales at Fit to Run, and I know a decent amount like about running shoes because I've been running like my whole life. But there, I just like learned the entire industry. It's like once I learn something in my head and I learn like an infrastructure or like learn like the industry, like it's like locked into my head. So at that point, like I came in knowing a little bit about shoes and I left knowing like everything about running shoes. And I was like top 4 in sales over the summer from June to August. I made 55,000 in sales.
That's what's up, man. That's
So
what's up.
it's like really like it's crazy because like I was never even considered promoted just because my boss like didn't like me. And like it didn't even matter how many sales I made or like how like I was top. I scanned the most people for like running shoes. I had the top 4 most scans in the country for Fit to Run out of all like 57 stores in the country.
That's a
I
lot.
had the in 2 weeks in a row. I had the most scans for like customers, basically like helping them find their shoes and stuff. And it's like even that, like sometimes when you have like bosses like that, like you can't make them like happy or satisfied, like no matter what you do. Like I made so much in sales, and at the end of the day, I was only getting paid like $13 an hour. But what I take from that job is the experience. I mean, I still made commission, which like commission was pretty good. I made like $1 per orthotic and like 50 cents per like socks, so it was decent. But like, what I take out that job besides money, because obviously I like saved up all my money for this concert, and I knew this concert was gonna happen. Like I knew the antagonist tour was gonna happen even before it got announced yesterday. Like I was just saving up for it, and I could have seen Cardi in the weekend like last week, and I was like, you know what? Like I'd rather just see like Cardi and all of Opium instead, and save my money for that instead of like go to like the weekend because I don't listen to the weekend that much and
I
just
love the
see
weekend.
Cardi. Like
Nah, the weekend tough.
he's good, but like I would just go to like see Cardi mainly and kind of like see the weekend. But like I'd rather go to a full concert, and I knew that this tour was gonna happen, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just save my money for that. And like now I'm applying to another job. I'm using my retail and sales experience in a new job. So I'm applying today for I have an interview tonight
Mm.
at Request Boutique, which is
Yeah.
in Boca
Mhm.
at the mall. And it's all about like high end shoes like Jordans, Dunks, Travis Scott's, all those like high end like hype shoes.
Mhm.
And they saw that I did really well in sales, and they also saw that like I was in retail the whole summer doing shoe sales. So it's like if I can sell shoes, even
You
though
can
they're
sell
different types of
anything.
shoes, it's still sales. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna be working there, and like that was like my dream job as a kid. Working in like high end shoe reselling, because it's like I want to learn about that market, and just like I learned about the running shoe market, it's like I want to learn about this market, and then just like, because I can take that information and like utilize it to its best ability. Like I can do my own like business once I have the knowledge of sneaker reselling and like what the market's like. And it's like I also can make connections and use marketing to my advantage. So like that's like I look at this job not just as like a way to make money, but a way to like create like meaningful connections and like market myself
Experience.
and
Yeah,
experience.
experience.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's wow.
Okay,
That,
hang on. One thing I want to talk about with you
wow.
guys.
All right, man.
So, what is both of your guys' opinion on Andrew and Tristan Tate?
I feel like Andrew Tate can have some very unique takes about like certain aspects about life,
Mhm.
certain unique takes. Some a little bit like out of pocket when it
Yeah.
comes to women, but like some that are like truthful about like manhood and
Yeah.
like standing up for yourself and like
Yeah.
having self respect.
Correct. Yeah. Ethan?
I think like the way they blew up was genius.
Oh,
They
brilliant.
paid several people on TikTok to like repost them and basically created this like
That's crazy.
pyramid, kind of like a pyramid scheme, but like basically like a referral system where people like creators and editors would basically get paid if they like per post, and then people just kept like referring other people and referring more people to create posts about them,
So,
and then like out of nowhere, like you're just on TikTok one day and you're seeing like 100 posts a day about like way to like it was low key like not a scam,
Yeah.
which is like a
Yeah.
genius way to like it was low key like not a scam, but like
so they laid,
genius way to like it was low key like not a scam, but like
so they laid out a big
They
blueprint.
Yeah.
did it.
for, like,
Yeah,
And
the way
they're
they did it
they're
was
making
genius.
over $3 million a month on that. And the thing is, with their Hustlers University courses, I have people that have done it. They've made money on it. It's like you can, if you do what they say for some of the things, like drop shipping, crypto, real estate. I have friends that have made money with their course for crypto and real estate, but it just takes years. And I remember in 2024, I always used to sometimes sit in class or go, just on my phone in general in my room, and every single reel was Andrew and Tristan Tate about talking about how vapes are bad for you, talking about women. I personally think 95% of the things that he says are 100% accurate. He just takes it way out of context.
Really about women. You think that's accurate?
Well, no, he just takes that out of context.
Yeah, a little slightly out of context.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
they've been to jail and stuff a few times, which is probably not so great.
No.
Yeah,
And they've had
that's
like
not an ideal situation.
several allegations, but like in terms of marketing, I think they're very
They're
successful
brilliant,
and
yeah.
genius the way they marketed everything. And
Facts.
really, like I think their marketing is what brought them towards their success. Like without that small like marketing referral system, like they wouldn't be where they are today without like that. Because they didn't even have to pay for marketing. They got people to buy into Hustlers University, and then taught them how to create the referral system and paid them based on that marketing. So it's like everyone's getting paid to repost and like repost clips, and then people making those clips are paying other people to make more clips, and it's just like a domino effect where people are paying other people, and they're all getting paid to do the referral system and basically create like a bunch of edits, which just cause them to like get extremely popular, and then like all that hype kind of dialed down like after a certain time, but then it didn't even matter because they made all that money and got all that
Oh,
fame,
yeah.
and they started other businesses and other LLCs like after all that fame that they produced, so they basically just completely profited off that.
Actually, something that's interesting about what you mentioned LLCs.
Yeah.
So I was speaking to a friend the other day about he wants to start a business, and he was like, he didn't want to pay taxes on any of the profit, and obviously you can't. I mean, it's possible not to pay taxes, but it's really difficult. And then you got people like, I mean, my parents, for instance, they're very legal the way they do business. I'm legal too, but at the same time, if something is a little bit like on the border between legal, not legal, but it's still legal, like I'm gonna fucking do it because like I want more money. Who doesn't want money if it's legal? So, anyways, people like don't really know how to do corporate structures, and it just blows my mind. Like when they get into the real like the business world, like they're going to have to deal with like investment bankers and stuff. They're going to have to deal with companies that have very tight and strange corporate structures, like trusts in Singapore that own companies in Belize, LLCs everywhere, bank accounts in multiple people's names, but they're all tied to the same trust. Like, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
there are so many legitimate and um, difficult processes to do this, and you have to be like, it's really easy to do this with AI. I don't know if you guys ever try to do this with AI, but
Definitely, yeah.
yeah, AI
Yeah.
Yeah, I
is
mean,
amazing for corporate structure.
for honestly anything, if
Yeah.
you
AI
know
is
how to
amazing for
prompt,
anything.
if you know how to prompt properly and like train your AI,
Hmm.
because really, like, the more you tell your AI, the more it can help you,
And the
and
more it
like
can adapt and
and
learn.
adapt and learn about you and help you the way you need it to. Like, if you need your AI to do something, you're not just gonna be like, oh, do this for me. And it's like, my cybersecurity teacher was talking about this in class today. Like, if you give your AI like a stupid prompt, it's gonna give you a stupid answer. And by a stupid prompt, I mean, like, if you tell your AI like, "Oh, go do this for me," and not give it like any context, because prompting is literally everything. If you tell your AI, "Oh,
Details do matter.
not even details, more than it needs more than details, it needs to know
And
who
that
you
whole
are
explanation.
and explanation, but also like who you are and what you want to be accomplished and what you're currently doing, because
Hmm.
like that is the most
Yeah,
important thing. So like, if
100%.
instead of like, oh, like I need you to make this spreadsheet for me, instead of just telling it a task and prompting it to do a task, you need to tell it, this is what I'm doing right
Yeah,
now. This is the business I run. This is my name. This is where I work at. And it sounds scary, like you're telling AI all this information about you.
and
But
it works.
the
It
more you
works.
tell it, the more it knows how to help you. Because if you
Hmm.
don't communicate with it, you have to have some sort of like relationship with your AI where it knows who you are and what you're doing currently, and then it can use that information to better help you. So a better prompt would be, instead of like, oh, make this real estate graph for me with like all the contracts I have right now. You could be like, oh, like my name's Aiden. I do real estate. This is my company. I'm from here. My real estate's based here. And then you tell it to update memory
Yeah,
after that. It's a very important feature on ChatGPT, especially. You tell it to update memory, it'll implant that into its memory for future chats. So then you could say, oh, like it will put down, like, okay, your name's Aiden. You do real estate. You're from here. And these are the contracts you have currently. And then you tell it to update memory. It puts that directly into its memory for future use, and then you can
yeah,
utilize that information for future chats. And then also, you could tell it things without context, and it will know exactly what you're talking about
yeah.
because it's in its memory. And it'll say, oh, of course, Aiden, you need a real estate contract right now, and you need it based in this location, because it knows once you train it. Because it's not just about prompting, it's also about training your AI to know who you are and what you want.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I use AI for probably 90% of my real estate deals, and I just put it like in. I put the address in ChatGPT version 5,
Facts.
and I ask for comparables, comps in the market, and then for like massive portfolios right now, I just put the entire portfolio into ChatGPT, and then I say, hey, I need to sell this at a 9 cap. That's like in real estate, that's really good. It's like a return on investment of like 15% basically.
Yeah.
So 9 cap, or like I need this at a 10 cap, 12 cap, and it'll like give me all the calculations for literally every single thing, calculate the rehab costs. It'll do it in like 2 seconds. So
Yeah. Same here. I use
yeah.
AI for like literally about everything. Like
Hmm.
literally ways to like, improve like this business I'm doing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just ways to like, like just solutions like, how can I like get this right like in this like certain assignment,
Hmm.
because or how can I like get this whole project like
Yeah.
really good, like make it really good.
Right.
And
100%.
then they'll give me like the right ways, the right
Yeah.
strategies to do everything.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I think like AI really is the future, and as long as you use it properly and responsibly, like you can go so far with it. But I feel like a lot of people who use AI don't know how to use it properly and don't know how to like train their AI properly.
They
And like
think
I'm
AI is just,
helping
oh
Aiden
yeah.
with like agents right now,
Hmm.
and I'm working on like an agent for his real estate. So it's basically gonna automate tasks for
Fully, yeah,
him.
like connecting email with Discord, Telegram. Just like I have 2 emails, so with my emails, Excel spreadsheets, like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Bing Chat, everything. So I can get a good quality sleep at night without getting nervous about getting a contract sent out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you
because
mean, bro.
with agents, you can literally automate any task, and the only risk at that is it has to be a task that AI can manage. Because if you want it to like send back emails, then that can be risky because it have to like analyze emails. You can have it.
Yeah.
So like there's certain agents that I can set up that read emails, and basically, so at the end of the day, you go on your chat and the agent will tell you a summary of like all your emails basically, and all your contracts and all your deals, and it'll basically tell you, okay, this is all the emails you received today, and this is like a summary of all of them in one summary, and then it'll ask you if you want like to respond back using that agent. So chat's very impressive, and it's came a really long way. I do miss the older models. Like we used to have O3, and now we just have 5 and 5 research,
Mm.
and we don't have like no more O3 and all the other models and the mini models. But they're definitely evolving and updating chat as time goes on.
You know, Ethan, you probably have heard of this. You know what Zapier is?
Yeah.
So with Zapier, it's supposed to be very user friendly. I don't think it's user friendly at all. But anyways, I really believe that they're gonna be like new, like the ChatGPT version 8 or 10, whatever. It's gonna be like you can put in your entire business, put your Gmail in, just give it all the login info. You're gonna obviously have to sign like agreements, to like says that they're not liable for any misuse of the app or anything. But I think it's gonna be a lot more easy to fully automate any type of business. Like there are gonna be people that are making hundreds of thousands per month, so much damn money per month, just because like other people are so clueless. So there's gonna be teenagers like or like 15-year-olds, 18-year-olds that literally are really good at sales and put all of the business's information into AI, and then they just pay them a fee, 5,000 a month, and then the business is making 20, 30K a month. Like
Yeah, exactly.
it's gonna be that simple.
Like it was literally that simple when I was learning how to use like thinking AIs in Italy. Like it was really that simple. Like all we had to do is basically utilize thinking AI, which was O3 at the time, which now we have researching 5, which is more powerful than O3. But the power of like thinking AIs, which is different than just regular like ChatGPT 5, has the ability to literally spend minutes researching and thinking about a task before it comes back with an answer. So it basically researches and gives you multiple answers, and it thinks about what you told it to do. So it's basically a more advanced like thinking version of chat, and we utilize that to create AI programs and websites that we pitch to Italian entrepreneurs. So it's really like I feel like the only way to really get experience is to just go out and do stuff yourself.
Yeah.
Like just
Facts.
structured coursework is definitely like
Yeah.
is not. I don't think it's the right way to learn.
I
Honestly,
don't think you.
the only way you can
Yeah.
really learn is from hands-on experience. And
Facts.
like
Facts.
tomorrow, I have an interview with actually Lynn Ipos is interviewing me, and
That's
I'm gonna be
amazing.
discussing AI with them. I talked to a news reporter, and he's like an ex-news reporter from NBC. He did like WPTV News Channel 5.
I think the no one you're talking about is he like very tall,
Yeah.
has white hair, and like and does shave a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so I networked with him in the library that we're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about AI a little bit, and I talked about what I did in Italy, and I secured an interview, and tomorrow I'm going to be discussing with them. Like they're going to come to my dorm, and I'm going to show them like the scripts I've made. I've been working on like AIs that generate scripts that basically like it's an automated script that automatically unfollows people who don't follow you back on Instagram. And I could literally be in class and it's automatically unfollowing people, and I don't have to touch anything. Like I just leave my computer on and it automatically
It's
runs
like a
it.
$1 million idea right there.
And
that's a genius.
and
idea.
it works. It works 100%. And it's crazy because I basically created my own script, fed it into ChatGPT, had ChatGPT improve it, and then the script I had only could analyze users who don't follow you back, and then it created a whole nother script to basically automate that task and automatically unfollow them. And then I put that into chat, and I created my own GBT on chat. So basically, the GBT helps me work on my script and improve it. And it knows the entire script in its memory because on ChatGPT, if you want to create like agents or if you want to create GPTs, you can literally feed files into their memory. So all you have to do is like upload memory to a certain GPT, and then you can teach it basically like, okay, this is what I want you to know. And I've created several GPTs on ChatGPT, and they're all published by me, Ethan Friedman.
I've
And
seen them. Very cool. Very
and
cool.
you can make one for each task, and it is definitely more helpful if you need like a niche task or something to be done like that is very specific, and you just upload the memory to its files, and then you put all the files in there that you want it to know, and then you ask it to do a task, and it knows exactly what you're talking about. So it's just better than having a regular chat because it's just more like centered towards what you need it to do specifically.
Yeah, all right, tough. All right, thank y'all for coming
Of
in,
course.
bro. I appreciate y'all too, man.
Thanks for having us,
Thank you
Toby.
for having us,
Alright.
Toby.
And that's it for today's episode. Like, tune in for more.